¿Qué tipo de acción?
La de comprometerse.
¿Pero comprometerse a qué?
Hacer la revolución.
¿Cómo la revolución? ¿A través de la acción clandestina?
A través de la resistencia. Formar un grupo. Y creo que estés con nosotros.
Illich, enfrentar el capitalismo con los medios de la guerrilla es muy romántico, pero está condenado al fracaso. Yo no creo en los combates desesperados. Ese no es el camino.
¿Y cuál es quedarse de brazos cruzados?
¿Pero tú me ves a mí cruzada de brazos?
Yo te lo que te ves hablando de izquierda en los cafés de Londres. Ese es el camino. Mientras los camaradas los lanzan en fosas comunes en Chile y en Jordania. ¿Por qué tú no te acuerdas lo que yo te he contado de lo que yo vi?
Oye, ¿no te das cuenta que la relación de fuerzas está en contra nuestra?
Eso es un mito.
No es un mito.
Eso
Mira
es un
al Che. Mira cómo acabó. Tenía mucha más experiencia que tú y que yo juntos.
¿De qué coño vale luchar contra la derecha en América Latina? ¿De qué coño vale acabar con la derecha en América Latina? ¿Tú crees que la derecha en América Latina es autónoma? ¿Ah? Está controlada por los gringos, como todo. ¿De qué vale la pena tumbarlos a ellos si al final tienes a los imperialistas por encima? Lo que estoy proponiendo es una lucha internacionalista desde todos los rincones del planeta, todos los revolucionarios juntos luchando, al mismo tiempo. ¿No viste cómo los vietnamitas humillaron a los gringos en su terreno? Los volvieron mierda. Entonces no me digas que la relación de fuerza está en nuestra contra, porque no es verdad. Y luchando así, como yo te lo estoy proponiendo, es que vamos a lograr la gloria.
¿A la gloria? Eso es lo que tú quieres. El aplauso. Eso es arrogancia. La típica arrogancia burguesa disfrazada de retórica revolucionaria. Si es que al final eres un burguesito egocéntrico de mierda.
Yo lo que te estoy hablando es de la gloria verdadera. No la que publican los medios de comunicación sionistas, no esa que tú me estás hablando. Yo te estoy hablando de la satisfacción, de cumplir con un deber, satisfacción en silencio. Tú no ves a mí. Detrás de cada bala que nosotros lancemos va a haber una idea. Porque vamos a estar actuando en conformidad con nuestra conciencia. ¿Tú me dices arrogante? Pues sí, no jodas, soy un arrogante. Soy un arrogante por los inocentes. ¿Y sabes qué? Es más, mírame cuando estoy hablando, no jodas. ¿Tú sabes qué? De mí van a hablar mucho, esto acaba de comenzar. Es más, yo ya no me llamo Illich. Yo me llamo Carlos.
I have this friend, wrote a book envisioning a mass movement that would put in place a revolution to empower the so-called 99%, that it would be able to do this non-violently. Now, we all want peace. The reality and history to this very day throughout Western capitalist nations and the global South, i.e. the Third World, shows that in the face of peaceful protest or fair elections, when the masses of people decided to gain freedom for themselves, that they do so outside of the framework of false democracy favored by the ruling class, the state, the instrument that keeps order and protection of the rulers, steps in with violence. They use police, military, and counterintelligence to disrupt and suppress social change that would be a threat to the social order. A lot of people who were involved in Occupy, for instance, got a rude awakening when at some actions that were meant to be peaceful marches or acts of civil disobedience, they were met with excessive use of force. They always thought that even if they sat in front of building doorways as an act of protest, that they would be left alone and arrested with gentleness. Instead, they were pepper sprayed directly in the face or given unnecessarily extra tightened wire ties around their wrists. The state shows violence in the face of nonviolence. It should be clear that it is trying to send a message. Shut up, stay off the streets, shop, and watch TV, and make more little consumers. It does not matter how peaceful you are, you need to be gone. And if you try to hinder business as usual for political reasons, you will be met with brutality. Brutality that is sanctioned by the very highest court in the land. Now, dealing with an adversary like this, we should know that there is absolutely no reason to think that when it is time for a mass movement whose eyes are fixed on making permanent social change, opposite of what we have now, we will not be met with rubber bullets, mass arrests, and even deaths and illegal surveillance. And so, faced with that reality, we should have no problem embracing armed struggle and self-defense. The Panthers, the real original Black Panthers, not these street theater reactionary nationalists, the originals were very clear about this, and that is one of the many reasons they were a threat. When I talk about revolution, I do not mean gunplay and adventurism. Whenever the word revolution is ever uttered among leftists, predictable objections will begin from the liberals in a given organization or movement aimed at silencing the radical tendency. We can't keep letting this happen because you see, in the face of capitalism's failure and the ruling class's increasingly violent and undemocratic rule, we'll never get the change we want with elections and reforms that can be easily voted out depending on an administration change. Look at the reversals that have already happened almost overnight by the Republicans. Only one has to look at the dramatic reversals of what was known as the pink tide states in Latin America. What you had was joyful play marches and voting in people who say that they were leftists on one hand, and that these leftists could somehow wrangle capitalism like it's a wild stallion. And along with that, they went on ahead and left a right-leaning ruling class intact, thinking that they could work with them. If you do that, and the next thing that will happen is that you are soft-cooed out of power, or you might even find yourself assassinated. They should have had an all-out revolution with the full intent of dismantling the current class structure and capitalism. While it sounds like lofty playthinking, it could be very real. You just actually have to want to do it. As an aside, I had posted a great article by the Jacobin giving examples as to how and why the pink states of Brazil, Venezuela, and others fell the way that they did. You cannot fight neoliberalism with neoliberalism with an added temporary welfare state twist. It's got to be a revolution. One that is not only bottom to top, but horizontal in its leadership, with the target of dismantling the socioeconomic systems that oppress and disempower, as I said earlier. And these systems are capitalism, patriarchy, and racism, and the state. And there is no order for them to be taken in also. They gotta go all at once because these systems feed each other. This is the Garage Autonomist.